capacity. But the designers were pretty smart in those days when they designed it that they could add more lanes to it. So in 1965, the Harbour Bridge Authority put out a tender on the worldwide market for another company to add extra lanes to the bridge. The company who won the contract was a Japanese company, and they built these the extra lanes and the clip-on things in Japan, and they put them on big barges and floated them down to Auckland here, and they lived on the barges here in the Auckland Harbour for 9 months while they put the lanes on. Now this Japanese company had a name that was pretty difficult for most people to understand or even let alone spell, and we called these the Nippon clip-ons. Well, the for us Kiwis it was a bit of a blasé attitude, but to the Japanese it was fantastic, because Nippon in Japan means Japanese or Japan, so we all used the derogatory term Nippon clip-ons. They were very proud of their Japanese clip-ons. So there's many things you can do with this bridge. You can sail under it like we're doing. You can actually drive over it. You can walk all over it on an organised tour. And you can actually legally jump off the bridge. I don't mean committing suicide or anything. You can bungee jump off it. As long as you've got a rope tied around your ankles, you're quite legal. Now, as we go under the bridge, we look up. Well, first of all, on the left-hand side of it there, you'll see a sign which says, caution, bungee jumping overhead. Well, up under there's a big pod, a big grey pod, which we can see coming in. Unfortunately, there's nobody in there today because the doors are shut, the lights are out. But they bungee jump off that down into the water here. Now, there's 3 ways you can bungee jump off here. The first one is just an ordinary bungee. You spring down and you spring back. The second way is they'll drop you off and you can touch the water. The third one is what they call a tea bag. That's when they dunk you right into the water. So as you can see, there's plenty of activity to do with the bridge, legally and otherwise. So we're just going to turn around here and go back down under the bridge. As we're turning around, tell you a little bit about more up here. This is called the Upper Harbour, and the harbour goes, now we can only go up about another 5 before we run out of water because it's tidal. And from where we are now to the over beyond the hills there, which are called the Waitakere Ranges, that's where the Tasman Ocean is, or the Tasman Sea. So it's about 11 kilometres from this point to the sea on the other side. Australian legacy, that's the Chelsea Sugar Mills. Originally that was built by the Australians in 1880 as a sugar mill here, so when we imported the raw sugar, it was in a very good place there. It was a deep... Mr. Coots and a few others, they all joined these youth training schemes when they were young guys. As you see coming across here, a little bit tricky coming in through this entrance here. When the tide's flowing and the wind's blowing, we almost come through it sideways. It's quite narrow and usually have a lot of yachties coming out the wrong way, so it can be quite exciting.
I think that one there where it might have marine at the off, just one shot. Straight cookie where it says bad loss.
Okay, in this marina, it's quite an expensive marina. There are 4 ways you can have your boat in here. You have it, if you want to pay top dollar, you have a marina berth where you can park your car and walk down to it. You've got fresh water, you've got power, you've usually got a telephone and other services, whatever you want. Very expensive. On our left-hand side here, we've got what we call the 4-pole mooring. The ship's nice and secure there, tied up between 4 poles. The only thing is you have to use a small boat to go out to it, a little dinghy to get out there. But however, there's good security. It's nicely tucked in behind the big brick wall there, so weather-wise it's quite good. Another way, the third way, is we'll see shortly, it's just a single point mooring, and these are at the mercy of the wind to swing round and round. There's not much security out there. You know, there's lots of boat wakes out there, so you know, then it's just not the best place. So the three examples, as I said, the first examples are on our right hand side here. We've got the nice marina berths that you can walk down to, and you just see them there. One's got all the little dinghies or the little tenders all stacked up there, ready to row out to the boats on our left hand side, which are on the pile moorings. And of course, further up here on the right, we've got the single point moorings. But if you look over these yachts here on the right hand side, you see a couple of buildings with real flat roofs with big, some of them got big windows in the front. These are what we call boat stackers. In other words, if you've got a boat that's 10 metres long, you can actually have it stored in here. It's just like a big car park. And what happens is you drive your boat in, and a big four-hoist will pick it up and put it in its own little compartment, and it's there for you. Now, it's very expensive, I believe about $1,000 a month, but the point is you just ring them up, and they will have your boat in the water. You can have whatever you want put on board: fuel, water, chocolates, caviar, champagne for your secretary, and you just come down and go out on it. When you come back, you just come in and leave it there, and they wash it and clean it and refuel it and get it all ready for you for coming back in.
Let's get yourself a secretary.